Well, good morning, folks. Pastor Rocky Branch, Spruce Pine First Baptist Church. Today is day 121. Closeout revival today. Had a good time. Been able to preach the word and see some great results. We're blessed in that area. You know, one of the things that you think about when you're sort of out doing different stuff and seeing different things out of your normal routine, which has really been a burden for me because of where I want to be. I mean, I want to do this, don't get me wrong. And I love the preaching part. I love to go to places and preach. That's a heartbeat of mine. I love doing it. And I've had some of you ask about that. And as I've said to you before, just, get your pastor or somebody to get a hold of me and we'll try to work something out. But at any rate, when I think about these things, I think about the overall picture of the ecclesia. That's the church. And when you think about the overall picture of the church, you think about the effectiveness. And as I mentioned, recently about the body, the arms, the legs, and that sort of thing. If the church is spread out and say over here on this side, on my right side, is a leg of the church, and over here on this side is an arm. And maybe back over here behind me is a I don't know, maybe your head or something, I don't know. But you're spread out all over the place. And what I mean by that is that many times people are saying different messages with the same title. Recently, as we face the challenges that we have to deal with, we have to face reality. The reality, as an example, of sugar, is it sweet? Reality of vinegar, it's not sweet. The product is what it is. Now my question is, the product that you are producing, what is it? When I think about this and I think about the opportunities that we have to labor and co-labor together, the church that comes together. Now, here's the thing. No matter what state you're in or location, if the church, if someone comes to Christ and they understand what that means, then no matter where you are, Paul said, whatever state I'm in, I've found to be content. He's not talking about North Carolina, Tennessee. He's talking about his condition or situation that he's facing. So when we think about this issue, when we think about whatever situation I'm in, I have proven to be content. Why? Because God's there. David of old said, though I make my bed in hell, he's there. If I ascend to the heavens, he's there. There's nowhere that you can go that God's not. So east, west, north, south, God is everywhere. But the idea is I am to bear the same fruit right here in this revival this week, or back yonder in the mountains at the church, or overseas somewhere on a mission trip, a preaching trip, whatever. The very important element and the fact of the matter is we must bear the fruit of the church. That's what the world's looking for. That's what they need. The world needs the church. We need to be the light shining out of darkness. We see our church, that sort of thing, and people talk about that and all that's well and good and great. But that's really what it's supposed to be. And what you and I are supposed to do is we're supposed to lift up the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, and we're supposed to also try to encourage others to follow the way. As Paul said it this way, he said, watch me and follow me. Now that's a tough statement. How many of us could say to a person, watch me and follow me? Well, we would say, well, gosh, I hope I could say that. Well, I do too. But once you think about that and you think about the liberty, because here's the thing, Galatians 5:1, stand fast therefore with the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. So I have freedom, I have liberty, but I also have a downside to that. My freedom and liberty can get me in trouble. I want to support the cause of Jesus Christ. I want to be in the will of God. I want to be the church. Now, I'm a part of the church. You are part of the church if you're a Christian. So what part are you working in the body as it is one? Just like body here that I mentioned, yesterday. So our effectiveness is based on our continuity of one being over there and one being over here and one being back there and one being right here in front of you. The body's spread out, but it still should be doing the same thing. So let me encourage you today on Sunday morning, our 121st day since the storm. Let me encourage you to make a difference. Make a difference. When you go to church, and hopefully you do, go to church today, make a difference. Make a difference in your life today. Let somebody, somehow, some way see that the church is in action. And if you do that, God's going to be glorified. His will is going to be done, and you're going to be blessed, and others are going to be challenged to say, maybe this is real. So, good news. God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that which we ask or think. And if you do that, well, God will bless you for it. God bless you. We love you. See you soon.